Go ahead.
I never played football again. I'd sit on the sidelines and watch. Even when Jimmy was old enough to play, I had to live out my dreams on the curb.
Wow. Had you dreamed of becoming a professional athlete?
What 12-year-old didn't?
Well, girls usually.
I suppose so. What did you want to be when you were 12?
I wanted to be beautiful.
Why?
I don't know. I wasn't really interested in boys at that point. I think I was just brought up to believe that I should want to be beautiful.
You know what? You are beautiful.
Jack, don't try to.
I'm serious. Beauty is more than just appearances, and you should know that. Your beauty shows inside of your dedication to what you do, bizarre as it may be.
Bizarre.
Not your standard everyday occupation, is it?
I suppose, perhaps not, if I were alive.
So, you still believe we're dead?
I know what I believe. What I need to know is what you believe.
What difference does that make?
I can't rightly send you on your way if you still think you're alive.
I guess not. Why not?
Do you know what a ghost is?
Yeah, sure.
I'm not talking about a white sheet or a chain dragging thing that goes bump in the night.
Oh.
A ghost is a soul of the person that clings too tightly to life. When that person reached the reception area, here, he or she was sent on to their final destination, but that destination had not been determined.
Because that person hadn't realized that they were dead, so their soul went wayward.
Exactly, Jack. The soul, instead of rising to heaven or descending to hell, drops back down to earth where it spends eternity.
So, if a soul was destined for hell, then wouldn't it be better to be a ghost and escape eternal damnation?
Things don't quite work that way. First of all, souls destined for hell will go there immediately, as there is no need for processing. Second, souls that go to hell are not, as you put it, eternally damned. Hell is simply a place where a person pays the retribution for their sins on earth. Once that debt is paid, the soul will rise to heaven.
And ghosts?
Ghosts are, unfortunately, a byproduct of the minor inefficiencies in the system. If a receptionist doesn't complete his or her task, or a soul doesn't accept its destiny, it will become lost forever.
Lost?
Lost on earth, never being able to reach their final destination.
Why? Wait, no way back up here?
In a sense, those individuals have created their own final destinations, but we are unable to keep track of them, so they go on forever being ghosts. That's why many people get the impression that ghosts are angry spirits.
Why?
You'd be pretty upset too if you had nothing to do for the next 1,000 years except sit around and wait for the next 1,000 and 1,000 after that.
Okay, I get the idea.
So it is extremely important for you to accept your situation so you can get on with your afterlife.
Well, have you made your determination on my final destination?
Not yet. Let me see. There's something here about your mother when you were in high school?
Yeah, my mother never graduated high school. Her and my father were sweethearts since 13, and they planned on getting married after high school. But in November, in my mother's junior year, she dropped out.
Because she got pregnant with you?
Yeah.
And then what?
They had a quiet ceremony to legitimize me in the eyes of the Lord and all that nonsense. Sorry. Only their parents knew, and my mother took care of me and my father finished school, and then they had the wedding that they were supposed to have.
Were you there?
The wedding? Are you kidding? I was an insult to the sanctity of marriage.
Rough.
Well, my mother took care of us. She got a job so that she could support us, and my father went off to go to college, and I moved around a lot, from grandparents to great aunts to friends, and it wasn't that bad. Only, as I grew up, I realized my mother, carried a sadness with her wherever she went, because she never finished what she started.
So what did you do?
Well, when I started high school, which wasn't too long after the football incident, I brought her on some information about getting a high school equivalency diploma. First, she didn't think she could do it, but I reminded her that she was smart when she was in high school, and all she had to do was put her mind to it. Eventually, she said yes, and with a little help from me, she got her diploma. And she went on to take college courses and gain a degree in business, and now She is an executive manager at a large company.
All because of you and your pushing.
I knew she was better than that. I didn't want her wasting her life at some stupid secretarial job. No offense.
Take it.
She was better than that. And now she's proving it.
I'm making a special notation about that.
So, I see. Sorry. Tell me about heaven.
Why?
Well, maybe I will want to go there, and then you can send me straight to hell.
Heaven is actually a lot like living on Earth, with kind of amorphous twist on it. You see, everyone is given a place to stay and a job.
A job? Work in heaven?
It's all part of keeping your mind active and alert. Everybody's job is something they really enjoy doing.
What if you get tired of your job?
That's the best part. You change it. Anything you don't like, you can change.
What about social activities?
Like what?
Relationships?
Do you mean women you can mess around with?
Sure.
Yes, Jack, but remember that heaven is supposed to be a reward for a good life. You can't go screwing around with like you did on Earth. Women just deserve the chance to be happy as well.
I see. What about you?
What about me?
Are you going to be at this computer terminal forever?
No. From what I understand, I'll be here until the time when my life would have ended had I not killed myself.
Do you know when that will be?
No.
Then what happens to you then?
Then I go to my final destination.
Wait, what about fate? I mean, wasn't it your fate to kill yourself? Didn't God plan that?
When I was born, I was marked down somewhere that I was gonna die when I reached age X. That is, unless I mess it up.
Mess it up?
Free will, Jack. People who cut their lives short by smoking or doing drugs or drinking heavily are at the mercy of those elements that bring into their lives. At that point, no one knows when they will die. We prepare as best we can, but the system isn't perfect. Sometimes a new soul, like yourself, arrives unescorted because we just weren't expecting you. I, on the other hand, actively shortened my life. Upon my death, I arrived here, where I was briefly instructed in my task. I've been here since.
How long ago was that?
6 years?
And how old are you?
32. I mean, I was 32 when...
And our bodies don't age once we're dead, right?
Right.
So tell me, can I buy you a drink in 30 years or so?
Can you? Sure, why not? Maybe by then I'll have forgotten enough about you that I won't mind.
That is presuming we have the same final destination.
Good point.
Do you know your final destination?
I've got a good idea.
And I don't suppose there's any way of me finding out mine.
Not in this lifetime.
Cute.
We aim to please. I'm still not sure about you, Jack.
I'm still not sure about you, Delia.
Did you have a pleasant journey?
The door's locked.
I could have told you that.
Why is the door locked?
To prevent you from opening it.
Why?
Your mind really couldn't comprehend the implications of that.
Oh, come on. I've handled everything else, haven't I?
You sure you want to know?
Yeah, sure.
This place is surrounded by a void. If you cross through that door, your soul will be demolished by the force of nothingness. You would be obliterated.
You mean?
Let me put it this way. Ever had a night where you felt as though you never slept, where your head hits the pillow and the next thing you know your alarm is ringing?
Yeah.
And when you wake up, you wonder where the time went?
Yes.
You hurtled through 8 hours of complete unconsciousness. Step out through that door and you'll be in the state of unconsciousness forever. No memories, no thoughts, nothing.
All right.
There's some comfort in the fact that you won't realize that nothing is happening.
All right. Stop it.
So, are you going to stay there and behave like a good boy?
If I do, will you give me a lollipop?
I admire your sense of humor, Jack. Most people in your position will lose their ability to crack jokes.
And what position is that, Delia?
You're dead, remember?
Oh, that. I was trying to forget about that.
It wouldn't help. It's not something that will go away like a cold or a headache. This is death we're talking about. One of the two things in life you can be sure of.
Death and taxes.
You see, There may be times once you reach your final destination when you may forget that you are actually dead. You go to work, spend some time with your friends, go to bed at night. Yes, you can sleep, just like you did when you were alive.
What about in hell?
I don't know about hell, except what I've already told you.
How come?
Well, the man downstairs doesn't let any information leak out. Knowledge is the greatest weapon against fear. If you knew what he had in store for you, it wouldn't scare you nearly as much, would it?
I suppose not.
He prides himself on knowing that the most of the people who are going in, as he likes to put it, spend a little time in the sun. Don't even realize that's where they're headed.
Why?
Most people who are considered evil according to the rules of this system don't think of themselves as evil. You also have to realize that this system is a bit arcane in its judgment of individuals.
Meaning what?
I presume you know the Ten Commandments?
Yeah?
A fair amount of judgment is passed based on these 10. Even though they're not very ominous with the thou shalts and the thou shalt nots, there are 3 of them which are never, ever supposed to be broken under any circumstances. If you do, the balance of evil on your soul is greatly increased. Thou shalt not commit adultery.
Is that one of them?
One of the biggest.
Why?
When the laws were written, polygamy was still an accepted practice. You could have all the wives you would ever need. Only a swine would try and steal another man's wife.
I see. And even now, that's still considered
an insult to the sanctity of marriage. A vow of fidelity is sacred. Mary and Donnelly never would have broken it had you not coerced her into your little tryst.
I never meant to hurt her.
Don't lie to me, Jack. It won't help. I don't think you went out of your way to hurt Mrs. Donnelly, but you didn't think about her feelings. Your aim was your own pleasure.
Yes?
And she was going to spend the rest of her life bereft of the passion which you ignited in her. Maybe one day she'll be able to feel love again.
Is that all?
Yes, I think it is.
Hey, you're not going to, bias your decision or anything, are you?
I can't bias it. I simply give the facts of what transpired during this interview.
Couldn't you fudge the facts a little?
I have nothing to gain by doing so. Besides which, my work is very closely monitored, so I'd have to be extra deceptive, and I don't particularly care to be.
Why did you tell me that?
Because I want you to understand that I still think that you are a sexist pig who doesn't deserve any favors.
Oh, thank you. That was very kind of you.
I could have said a lot worse.
But you didn't.
I do have compassion. It would be very difficult for me to live with myself doing this job if I wasn't able to at least empathize with people.
And you can empathize with me.
Enough. I understand you. That's what really matters.
You understand me?
It isn't difficult.
Well, I guess I should thank you then. I'm a simple macho moron. Is that it?
No. I know you have feelings and emotions. Macho morons don't.
Well, I guess I should thank you then.
For what?
For understanding me. You're the first woman that ever did.
Thank you, I guess.
Are we still on for that drink?
In 30 years, absolutely.
Now what? Okay, I look forward to it.
We're all set.
Now what?
Simply drink the liquid in that glass, and you, your soul, will be transported to its final destination.
I guess there's nothing more to say.
One last time. Do you understand that you are dead?
Yes. I never told anyone about Marion.
Sorry, just a formality.
Goodbye. Must be time for me to go.
Goodbye, Jack.
Goodbye, Julia. Here's to you, kid. So, where's my final destination?
Right here, Jack. Hello, Mr. Donnelly. This is Delia. I just wanted to let you know that our little by to pick up the $50,000 later this afternoon. Oh, and Mr. Donnelly, let me just say how sorry I am for what he did to your wife. But don't worry, this macho moron will never hurt anyone again.
And scene.